name is Stephanie Hahn. I'm a police officer with El Paso Police Department, and my current assignment is I'm an academy instructor at our police academy.
Okay, so Elia Carranza, and I'm with the Broward Sheriff's Office, and I'm road
Melanie
patrol.
Costa, and I serve with the Norton Police Department. I'm a patrol woman, or man, you know, the common terms, but I actually go out on the road and just, again, the cruiser, patrol the streets. If I have a call, I go to them, and yeah, the usual.
And how did you get into boxing?
So I started boxing at the age of 10. I grew up in a fighting family, and it wasn't something I wanted to do, it was something I was forced to do. But I'm grateful because it made me who I am today.
So you're a champion boxer and a deputy. How do you balance the demands of serving and protecting with training and competing at such high levels?
So everybody talks about balance, right? I think it's just a day by day, giving every day 100%. I'm very structured and very organized in my days, and my crew is very supportive. So they make sure that, you know, when I take my break at work, which is not really a break, I'm actually training on the job, then I get right back to work, train after, you know, get the second session in. It's just no excuses. You just got to get it done, be organized.
You've earned the nickname the Pit Bull in the ring. What does that fighting spirit mean to you?
The pit bull and the police, it just all comes together. I believe that in the ring, you're determined, you have to be motivated, you have a drive. These are the things that I personally have. And also on the job through the academy, I just had to stay motivated, and I feel like the boxing, that push of always wanting to succeed, always wanting to be better, followed me into the career of policing. I always want to be better. I want to do the best I can to protect my community, and then also just be friends with the people that I meet all the time.
So boxing requires a lot of strength and resiliency. How do you take the skills from the ring and translate those into skills on the streets?
To be a boxer, you do have to be mentally tough, you do have to be strong. But to be a cop, you know, not everyone can be a cop. And I'm so glad that I grew up fighting, because it's prepared me to be a cop, and it's made me even a better cop. You know, I've encountered many situations, many dangerous situations, but I've always overcome, and I attribute that to how I grew up and with that strong mentality.
So you also run a boxing gym and
Yes.
lead community initiatives. What motivates you to give back to your community?
God saved people, served people, and then that's what he's always explained to me, and that's my relationship with him. I understand that I am absolutely nothing without him, and my entire purpose on this earth is to serve him, and this is just part of that.
A young woman's looking at this video, wants to pick up some boxing gloves. What's the first step to getting started on that journey?
Join a gym. Grab those gloves and join a gym. It doesn't matter what gym, don't even worry about that. Get in, learn the fundamentals. Once you learn the fundamentals, you'll end up networking and you'll find the right coach and things like that, but you got to start, you know. It's always, we might, maybe next month, just do it.
Now, when you're preparing for an event, what does your training regimen look like?
So for fight ready, I would say we go to 2-hour workouts. So obviously with policing, I still, like any of the other females here, you're still doing your job. So I am lucky enough to work a normal 8 to 4 day shift. But of course, after work, you go to the gym, it's 2 hours. You can get up early on certain days for jogs. I use my weekend to utilize strength and conditioning, but it's a lot. You know, you wake up early for work, you go to bed pretty late after training, and then you just wake up and do it again.
I'm a full-time police officer, also a full-time boxer, and a full-time mother, so my schedule is very busy. I have to be disciplined with my schedule, so I go to work. After I go to work, I go train for a couple hours, and then I'm either taking my kids with me to train, or I'm leaving with my husband. But sometimes I lose sleep because I have to get what I have to get done. But anything's possible as long as you have heart and you do what you got to do.
Now, I'm fighting April 26th in Miami, Florida for the WBA Fed Latin title. So training is a minimum of twice a day. That's pretty much 5 days a week. The 6th day, which is usually around the middle of the week, is one intense session, but then a little bit more recovery. Sundays is usually the off day, and that's it. You hit it right back on Monday. That's what it is.
What advice would you have for young women thinking of law enforcement as a career?
I think it's a great job. I think we need more of it. I'm in a department where there's 5 female officers on. We're a smaller town, but I love that we have other women there to communicate, and I just think if it's something you want to do, go for it. It won't be easy. It's not going to be easy every day, but put your mind into it and you can achieve it.
Oh, you just have to go for it. You have to go for it. Don't let any of the naysayers deter you. There was a lot of people that told me I would not be able to be a cop and box at the same time. I can't tell you the amount of people that said that, and your limitations are not mine. So you might not have been able to do it, but I can, which means if I can do it, everyone else can too, if you remove the words can't, so.
I think law enforcement is the best career to go. It's not a boring job. You're going to find something new every single day. There's so many opportunities. If you don't like patrol, you could go do whatever you want. There's so many different units you could go into. And if you want to do it, then stay out of trouble. You start young, stay out of trouble, have a clean record, and start training. Start training physically and start training mentally.